Deputy Speaker, firstly I'd like to extend my belated congratulations to Mr Enrico Palermo, who became the head of the Australian Space Agency last year. Mr Palermo has a decorated career in physics and mechanical engineering, having spent over 14 years at Virgin Galactic. At the time of his departure, he was both Chief Operating Officer of Virgin Galactic and President of the Spaceship Company. Deputy Speaker, when it comes to space exploration and space industry, I'm fortunate to represent the electorate of Bean. We are home to the Canberra Deep Space Communications Complex, which is one of only 3 deep space network stations around the world. Its dishes are a remarkable sight to see amongst the beautiful backdrop of Tidbinbilla and, in true Australian fashion, cattle about its base. Just as its predecessor at Honeysuckle Creek played a critical role in the first moon landing, with footage of that first giant step coming from Bean, the CDSCC has played critical support roles in the Apollo space missions to the moon, the Skylab space station and the early flights of the Space Shuttle. It has been involved in hundreds of other missions since its establishment in 1965, and today is providing vital, around-the-clock contact with more than 30 spacecraft on deep space missions. The Deep Space Complex, together with other critical space infrastructure across Australia, is a tribute to our skills and expertise in the space industry and what we can achieve. Bean is also home to the ANU Research School of Astronomy and Astrophysics, including Mount Stromlo Observatory, and EOS's Laser Satellite Ranging Facility, which is also based at Mount Stromlo. This region has decades of experience in satellite technology. We can build on our proud legacy, and it makes sense for this region to be one of the hubs of such activity. We continue to have the science, technology, infrastructure and skills to punch significantly above our weight in the global space industry. But it's critical that we make the investment in TAFE and university places that will underpin this industry for decades to come. Only a Labor government will do so. The space industry not only has value and importance for space exploration, space-based applications impact our everyday lives, and it's particularly important for Australia. For example, supermarkets use satellite navigation in their delivery fleets. Autonomous and driverless vehicles rely on satellite navigation enhancements. Emergency and disaster relief response rely on specialised satellite imagery. And adaptation to climate change relies on space data. The pace at which space-based technologies and innovation are developing is set to revolutionise the way we live. Increasingly, it's where money is being made, where jobs are being created, and where industry is being undertaken, and it's expected to grow exponentially. Estimates of its global value into the 2040s range between $1 to $3 trillion. And for every dollar invested, data shows there's a direct return of between $2 to $10. It's a tremendous opportunity for Australia going forward. Labor has been calling to expand Australia's space industry for many years. We sought an Australian Space Science and Industry Agency to ensure that we did not miss out on the opportunities a space industry provides. We understand its capacity to create thousands of new high-skill, high-wage jobs in advanced manufacturing, research, Earth observation and space technologies. But additionally, there are a range of professions that need to support that industry, creating new jobs in law, medicine, project management, communications and business. Currently, Australia ranks 18th among the G20 countries for government investment in space as a percentage of GDP. Globally, it's about 1 to 1.5% of the global effort. It's clear we need to capture a bigger slice of the space market. Labor welcomed the establishment of the Australian Space Agency in 2018, and I'd like to acknowledge the importance of the agency and the role it's played in strengthening the industry. As someone who worked closely with engineers and scientists in the sector, funding announcements, while welcome, need to be backed up with clear plans for such investment, and critically this needs to include an investment in skills. Deputy Speaker, let's hope that these are the first steps in what will become a giant leap for Australia's space industry.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. I call the member for Adelaide.